were founded in 2006, but
When did
the
it go
reason
public?
they went public August 2021, so like literally a year ago. They announced like the launch window around like December 7th, so they wait for that, right? And then they successfully deployed their 152nd satellite. A lot of positive news, right? And that's why recently I think it's been up like a good amount. I'm not going. Yeah, in the past month it's been up like 37%, right? And already like so it went down to like $3 or something like that, 3.95, which is like crazy, I think, in my opinion, for a company like this. You can see Porter's Five Forces, competitive market is a low threat of entrance. Obviously, not everyone's springing up a new space company every now and then. High supplier power, because yeah. So the high supplier power is what leads me to another point. Their main competition right now, and one of the reasons why I think they're going to do well is their main competition right now is being heavily affected. Like two of their biggest like competitors is being heavily affected by like the Russia-Ukraine war, and so those guys can't get like the I think it's the fuselage or something like that. They can't get something like they can't get like the stage one boosters or something like that they need. And because of that, they can't. Obviously, a stage one booster is going to be used in stage one, right? But these guys, I think they either have a different like supplier or they're diverse enough that it doesn't affect them as much, right? And so because of that, I really think these guys are like the diversification of their products and services is what I really like. They're offering their own software. They're offering like the little components. They're offering like all this like different stuff. They're using like every single amount of like their talent and skill, and they're putting that to market essentially, right? So that's why the time horizon is 3 years, 3+ years. But like obviously with space companies and things like that, and all these like different things, legal issues and all that, time like everything moves slowly in space, right? Not like in space, like in like the space sector or whatever, right? And so that's why I think 3+ years. But honestly, I would even argue like maybe 5 years, 10 years, right? It's definitely a long term hold.
You said it was a financially strong company, right? But its
Yeah,
earnings are negative.
yeah. Good point. Good point. I like adversity. That's why I said relative to his goals and space in the market, right? So obviously, space is like a very like tumultuous place because they require it's very like really based on like sanctions and like if shit goes wrong with the government. And so the other thing I want to talk about leads me to my good point here. They're financially strong, right? Like obviously looking at the current ratio and like they have cash and everything. I'm talking about like debt, like equity to liability or like asset to liability wise, they're financially strong, right? Earnings wise, I realize they're not as strong, but they're on their way there, right? And just like any good, like I'm not saying they're a startup, but like just like any company that's like starting out, kind of like they need some time. And I think it's personally because they're trying to build up. But that's what I really like about this. Like if you go to their site, I have it like linked down. They have like they have so many different offerings, right? Like even if you just get rid of like the software and the components part, in terms of the different types of launches they do, a lot of the companies that like do space shit, they only offer like certain types of launches, like payload launches or like
The
you
specialist.
know, yeah, like they launch like rovers and shit, like things like that. But these guys do like a lot, so they have their hands in many pies. And then the one last thing I wanted to talk about was I think it's the last link. Oh, what the fuck? They're gonna attempt a mid-air helicopter rocket catch in their next mission. Like catching the rocket as it's coming down via helicopter. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wait. Hold on. How does that work? Like, how is
I don't
the?
know. It doesn't show like that much.
Oh
Got
wait,
slots,
it
right?
says by its parachute line. Using
Oh yeah,
the
hold on.
helicopter to catch and secure the rocket by its parachute line.
No, but that's the thing I like is because they're trying to do what SpaceX did, right? Where they're like reusing rockets, and that's like obviously proven to be a very profitable and business intelligent like decision. Because I don't know about you guys, but I think this company is like they have like a lot of good news for something, and they're like pretty undervalued in that.
I'm not gonna lie. It looks really interesting. I think this company has a lot of potential. Like you said, they're like a jack of all trades. The only thing that I don't like about it is that we don't know, like, obviously like how much it's gonna go up, depending on like whether or not they develop quickly or like find something. But like I like the target value that you're saying like right now.
But within
Henry,
12
what do you
years,
think? What do you think?
So while you can go ahead.
no, I'm just specifying, Sean. Within 12 months, the general analyst estimate is a 90.16% return.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's like almost doubling your money in 1 year as the average.
It might
You
get
beat
bought
the
off.
odds.
Maybe they could.
True.
Maybe they can get bought
Yeah,
off.
but
Like
if
listen.
someone buys them, that would be like a good outcome for us.
I think it's pretty tumultuous, you know. It's bro, like they could get freaking beat by Elon Musk, SpaceX, Blue Origin. They could just put them out of business.
So
I
I
would have
think
to disagree with the fact that they could just get put out of business by like SpaceX or something because like Blue Origin because they just do so many things that I think like they would be able to like successfully navigate
that's
around.
a well that's well said. You know, like they offer like a bunch of like services. Their earnings though, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is with the earnings, I don't actually mind that it's negative because I feel like these types of companies, it's kind of expected that they're going to be negative in the beginning. Same thing with like tech startups.
Yeah.
It's expected that it's going to be a huge negative, so I don't actually mind that. Also, because it's not strongly negative. It's only negative 0.5 per share. It's projected to go up a lot. It went up a huge amount this last quarter.
what was the point that you brought up with the sales quarterly being like 400%, but then like the other stuff like being negative? Which
Yeah,
one
yeah,
was
yeah.
that?
So Sean, what I said is the quarterly revenue growth, so the top line revenue went
Yeah,
up by
yeah.
almost 400%, but their
Mhm.
earnings in the quarter
In total, when
down by like 100.
so that
A
does that
lot.
mean that they bit off like more than they can do? Like they like earned like a bunch, but then like they spent a bunch, or like
Yeah,
I don't follow.
it means they spent more than they made, but they got way more orders. So they got a lot more income, but they also disproportionately spent more.
Spend more, got it. Okay, so they didn't make a profit. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think this company, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, the numbers are a bit wobbly, but like, honestly, like, when I look at this company, I think it has potential.
I would say buy because first the major reason is they have a government contracts too. Like fucking the government's OP. Yeah, I'd say buy.
I'm gonna say buy for me. I'd say that it has like a lot going for it. It's diverse in its services. I don't think it's gonna go out of business. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think so. Like, especially since they offer like a lot of things. It has huge potential to grow, especially if they like discover something. But you know, that's like unknown variable. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely play the long game on this one. Otherwise, you're not gonna get much in return. But yeah, I think that's good company. Yeah, I would buy.
I think I would buy as well. I think it's a fair price right now, and I see a lot going for it. I mean, the one thing to be honest, I really can't get past is the fact that the insider transactions are going down by 13%. But the good news with that is the insider only owns 1%, so them dropping
Yeah.
13 isn't actually that big of a deal. I agree with what Sean said. I think it's a buy and hold situation. I think we all agree. There's a
Yeah.
official Gains Group buy.
Woo!
Woohoo.
I
I mean,
imagine the first time that dog tried to catch a frisbee, it didn't go well. After all the dog had to rely on his mouth only, dog has no
That
hands.
was just funny. That was
After
funny, bro. What the
numerous
fuck is
trials
this?
and errors, a dog can reliably repeat success. Eventually, Rocket Lab will be successful. Will observers have the patience? Will it be reliably repeatable? Are there too many variables involved? Thank you,
sounds like a
Wayne.
5-year-old wrote
Thank you,
this. I'm not
Wayne.
gonna lie.
No, it was Wayne's. Thanks, Wayne's wisdom.